I sold it the second day. I put it on Facebook and like wired the money. I closed in like 3 days. Wow. Made 10K, and I was like, "Sac passe, knock." Because all this information, bro, was because of you. Like I like.
Let's wholesale real estate. We're gonna wholesale real estate. If you wanna wholesale real estate, then you are in the right place. You don't need no money, you don't need no credit. It's so simple that anyone can get it. Luke's gonna teach you just how to get started. All you have to do is learn and apply it. You are in the right place. You're gonna wholesale real estate. You're gonna wholesale real estate. So let's get
What's
started.
going on, everybody? This is Luke Medeiros, and welcome to another episode of School of Wholesaling. I got my man Emilio Loza here right now. He is here to share with you his success story on closing his first deal. It's absolutely amazing. I don't want to talk too much about Emilio. You know me. I want you to spoil the juicy details, man, of how you close your first deal. And it's super amazing. I got to see you. Actually, you joined into the SOW Masterclass as well. And so I got to see you literally just create success, man. And so let's talk about it. I'm going to let you lead the way. Emilio, say hi to the people, man, and share who you are. Tell them who you are and share your story.
What's going on, guys? Emilio Loza, 28 years old. I live here in Central Texas, which is a small town by like Austin, Texas. And I've been listening to Luke. Sac passe, not his energy. And I would just listen to his podcast as I drive, and I was like, man, it can't be that easy. And then I would just try, and then I would just ask. It was a very interesting moment in my life because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, I knew I wanted to be successful, but like there were just so many like avenues, and you just like, I don't know, your vibe was just so real. And the way you just explained wholesaling was like, okay, I can actually do this. The thing was that like, I guess I'm gonna be honest, when things got hard, I would kind of just like give up, you know? And then like I remember just like just knocking on doors. I would knock on people's doors and be like, hey, do you know who lives there? And then I would like literally fake it, act like I was an investor. But it was interesting, like when I signed up to your class, I got clarity. I was like, oh, so this is how you do it, okay. Like the step-by-step and the terminology. Like, bro, you actually helped me, like the ARV, you know what I'm saying? Like the repair, like the formula to how to get my mayo. Like those are like gold nuggets that were in your podcast. And honestly, and if you was to ask somebody else, they charge thousands of dollars for that information. Well, finally, bro, it took me like 10 deals, like, to actually like close a contract. Like this past year, I actually went hard on it, I guess you could say. Like I would just, but the deals would like fall, like they would fall through, like it would take a long time. I remember my first one, there were like some title issues and I didn't know what to do. So I would literally just ask for help. I had to humble myself. I was like, man, I really don't know it. So it's interesting though. All these like I guess when the student is ready, the master will appear.
Yeah.
And this guy, like literally out of nowhere, like of course one of my friends was like, oh man, you should check out one of this guy, and he helped me like with title issues and all this. Well, deal after deal after deal that just fall through, I kind of just gave up. But this last deal I did, we finally got it. I got it for like 20K, and then I signed it for 30. But the seller had already had a contract with somebody else. So I see that same property on Facebook by a different wholesaler. I'm like, hey man, I have this property under contract. What's going on? And man, let me tell you, when they say you swimming with sharks, I'm swimming with some sharks. I was like, goodness. So his people come after me, and you're like, oh, tell me why we shouldn't sue you. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? I don't even know. And this is interesting because you just came up with a podcast about the LLC, and you know, it's something that but it was interesting because it all got hard all of a sudden, and like gave me all the reasons to quit. And literally, yeah, and they were like, oh yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, Emilio, but just curious, man. That's, you know, that does not normally happen. Okay, just want to make sure that you put that disclaimer out there, and not just that, man, because I actually want to touch on that a little bit more because I want to gain a little more of your experience as well. How did you handle that, man? I mean, that's not something that normally happens for anybody's first deal.
Yeah, to be honest, I was just being honest. I was like, look, guys, I'm new to wholesaling. I didn't know this contract was under that this property was already under contract. We don't have to settle like this. And they were being rude, to be honest with you. And I was like, you know what? I have a clean conscience. You know, you reap what you sow. You know, and it was crazy because they were like, haha, we got the last laugh. And I was like, whatever, I'm gonna just keep doing my thing. I know I can do this. I know I can. I know I can. I would tell myself that. I was like, I know I can. I know I can. And then eventually, like a month later, the seller tells me, oh, the contract didn't fall through. I don't like these guys. All they want to do is just push me, this and that. Will you sell me the property? And I'm like, of course I will. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny because I asked everyone for because it was a very peculiar, I had to make sure that their contract was expired and a lot of details that some of my friends that are my local investors really helped me out. Finally, the title was clear. It was interesting, and I marketed it on Facebook. You know, put the ARV, the repairs, the asking, and took pictures of it. Walked it was so cool because the way I advertised it was with a video too, like a walkthrough, and I sold it the second day. I put it on Facebook and wired the money. I closed in 3 days, wow. Made $10K, and I was like, sac passe, because all this information, bro, was because of you. I listened to it over and over and over and over and over again until it became like a habit. And I loved to fail, bro. I really fell in love with failing because that's how I would learn. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Putting numbers here and checks on the contract. I would do it on purpose. I would throw a messy contract just so somebody can tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? And now I feel like it's more properties are coming to me, and it's beautiful. The process is beautiful, you know?
That's absolutely amazing, brother. And you're getting to see it, man. After that first deal, right? It's easier to track the next one, right? You understand the process, you know how it comes together, you know how to repeat it, and so it's amazing to hear that you after you close your first deal, that you're starting to notice this attraction starting to happen, right? This kind of stuff to come to you. Houses start to come to you. So it's amazing, man, that you share that with everybody. Now let me ask you this, man. Throughout your journey with this first deal, what do you think the most challenging part of it was?
The mindset. Be honest with you, bro. I realize everything is already out there. Everything. You just have to really fix, because the people who tell you you can't or you can is yourself. There's not somebody whispering in your ear saying, no, you can't. It's just you yourself. And until you tell yourself, I think I can, eventually your mind will or your body will agree to what your mind is telling you, and it'll do it. And as I listen to all these personal development coaches, that's what they all find in common is the mind. Yeah. You know, get the mind right, everything else will fall into place.
That's facts, man. What were some of the things that was challenging for you in terms of your mindset? What do you think was the big hurdle for you?
Man, to be honest, when things got hard, I wouldn't I would make a lot of outbound calls, and a lot of people not answering. I would kind of get discouraged, and then just having to push myself, having to be my own motivator, you know, because I mean, right now, especially in Texas, like in Austin, Texas, it is insane. The market is super fire. So it got very competitive. I remember getting like properties under contract, like this one here in Central Texas. I got one under contract for 150K, and I was gonna make my 10K. Here comes this guy from Cali. He's like, no, 200K. I'm like, goodness gracious. That, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just trial and error. Just really wanting it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, man. And it really shows, man. Like, you know, you are an example of that. You are an example of what dedication looks like, man. I'm pretty sure that you've gotten thrown at you probably some of the most unusual challenges, right? And to still come out on top, man, and just know that you can succeed at this. And clearly, you know, you closed your first deal. It's absolutely amazing to see that. You know, you are an example of what's possible here. So let me ask you this too, man. For that person right now that's really looking at doing this, maybe they've been giving it some time. Maybe they've been going at this for like a couple months or 6 months, and they're just kind of feeling that sense of discouragement, man. What would you really tell them now that you've gotten to see, right? Because of course, for you, same thing, right? Before your first deal, it's a bit more of a mental game than anything, because you have to prove that it's even a real thing. So now that you're on the other side, man, now that you are officially on the other side, Emilio, of deal closing, please share with everybody what would you share with that person that's, you know, on the same journey as where you just were, and they're kind of feeling that sense of discouragement. What would you say to them?
Well, that's a good question, and I would say to just surround yourself and saturate yourself, drown yourself with so much positivity, and just tell yourself that you can, because it is possible. Like, literally, if you tell yourself you can or you can't, you will be right. And you just have to surround yourself with so much positivity, because there's so much negativity right now that whenever you try to do something great, the mass is going to be like, no, you can't. So it's just surrounding yourself. If that means like cutting off your family members, friends, then so be it, because it's your life. Yeah. It's your mind, it's your decisions, and it's you who is going to succeed or fail, depending on what you tell yourself. So when it gets tough, just take a break, you know, reset, but get back at it, because it's a law, just like the laws of physics, that repetition is the key to success. So just keep going.
Amazing, brother. That is such key words of wisdom, man, from you. So let me ask you this as well. Now, of course, you mentioned something earlier that I just kind of want to touch on a little bit, because I think it's something that most people, when they get started, they kind of overlook this, because it's not really something that's taught, right? Which is the importance of having clarity with what you're doing. So you mentioned something. You mentioned that when you joined in the SOW Masterclass, you got clarity. So let's actually talk about that. What did that actually do for you? I mean, essentially, the information is just information, but what did actually having clarity on that information do for you? Throwing back in. There you are, brother.
My apologies. I think my phone got all hot.
No worries, man. Definitely understand, man. Definitely understand what that's like, brother. Glad that you're back. So what the question I asked you, just to get back to where we were, exactly what did having clarity do for you? How did that serve you in closing your first deal? From before you joined in with the SOW Masterclass, and then gaining that clarity. Of course, information is information, right? You could get you can get information from anywhere, right? You get it on YouTube, you get it on Google. But how important was having that clarity though to your success?
Absolutely, and that's a good question, because it's basically like proper guidance. You know, it's like it's structure. You know, it's a mess when you go in there just trying to wing it. You know, not having your numbers right. These investors will laugh at you, you know, if you don't, you know what I'm saying, if you don't have your numbers right, you know? So, I mean, just providing like your step by step, but you present it so simple, like the formula. And I love how you showed us how to fill out a contract too. All those steps, like from A to Z. It really gives you more confidence to go out there and have a goal that's truly worth failing for, because it takes practice, right? And that's really what it really came down to, is proper guidance and structure. Because when you have that, I mean, whether you're young or old, it doesn't matter. Like when you have that structure and that clarity, the fog is clear, and you have a straight road, and you know what to do, and you don't care if you're gonna fail, because you know that this is the road, and you're like, eventually I'm gonna hit a home run.
Yes.
And I hit it, thanks to you. Yes, sir.
That's all you, man. That's all you. You showed up for yourself, and you took massive action, man. So the proof is in the pudding. I guess. Well, in this case, the proof is in you, Emilio. That you really can, take what's being taught here just off of this platform, and be able to really, really change your life in closing your first deal. So let me ask you this now, man. Now that you have closed your first deal, how has that changed your life personally? Like what has that done for you? Closing that first deal, getting that check of $10,000. I think you sent me a photo of it. I'll probably post it on this video somehow. I'll get it up here and post editing. But how has that changed your life, man? Please share a little bit more about that.
Oh man, it's like you hit the jackpot, and you realize like, wow, this is real. Like these are the things that you just see on TV and shows. And then it finally hits you. You're like, wow, this is really possible. And you realize like anyone can do it. They're like, but really it changes your life. And like back to what I said, like it all comes down to your mind, and it all changes your mind to thinking that, wow, like now I can actually do this. I mean, for a living, or just go harder at it, perhaps, invest in like the marketing. Like it opened up so many roads now. You're like, wow. So, because it really didn't take much, like effort. I'm not out here like, working in construction in the hot. It's just, strategy. So it just opened up a lot of doors now. A lot to, like now I look at every house, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna contact them, that. It's just so much opportunity now. It's simpler now because you did it. And if you could do it, you could do it again, but better and better.
That's right.
It's exciting though.
I love it.
Really is.
I absolutely love it. I couldn't have said it any better myself, man. It truly is a life-changing moment. It's like there's like a world of opportunities that for some reason, for whatever reason, we just don't see it there, that all of a sudden makes itself known to you because you have this new skill, this new knowledge, and this new awareness actually of what's possible. And so
Exactly.
It opens up a ton of new doors. So what do you think is in the future for you right now? What do you think you'll probably accomplish? Or what is your goals? What do you want to accomplish in the next 12 months now that you close your first deal?
Well, to be honest, to provide, like I realize, like these investors or the owners, just want to provide more value. I want to perfect. I want to perfect this. But honestly, I want to be a millionaire, to be honest with you. And I know it's possible. I know it. I have these buddies that are closing on $100,000 deals. And I'm like, okay, and it's just my goal, but basically is to close, 2 a month. We'll start with 1 a month, then gradually 2, and then hopefully be your partner. Have a chair next to you,
Absolutely, man. That's awesome, brother. Listen, man. I think it's a great opportunity for you if you want to join into our deal mastery program. Not selling you anything here live or nothing like that. We could talk about that if you want to do that later. But it's a great opportunity if you want to take it up to the next level. We literally focus on creating a systematic process that you can follow to scale what you're already doing. And aside from that, teaching you that other aspect of how to make your first million, which is investing. So getting your mindset around that a little bit. But you seem very, very knowledgeable on that stuff already, but it's whatever you want to do, brother. Just want to let you know that we actually touch on stuff like that to help you build that path for you, man. Because when I got started in this industry, it was all wholesaling, right? Which is very, very powerful. Still the most powerful engine of my business is still wholesaling, because it's the best way to build capital. It's the best way to be able to get the money that you need to invest in whatever else you want. But in knowing as well some of the other options you have ahead of you, and also knowing how to put this business and position it in a way where you can grow beyond that and actually use it to invest into other things, that's when the entire game changes for you, man. So look, man, at this point, you just reach out to me. Let me know what you need, bro. All right?
Absolutely.
And yeah, man, I'll be more than happy to help you. We could talk more about that Deal Mastery program if you want to join into that, man, and go into some high-level coaching and mentorship. But this is, I just really wanted to talk about your win here, because it's amazing. Like, I don't think you understand, man. I have to elaborate on this because I talk to people all the time. Like, I literally talked to over 300 people last year. 300 people. That's almost a person a day. Okay. Literally talking to new people who want to get started in this business, who want to close their first deal. And there is just a few core things you have to have in order to be successful in this business. If you have patience, you're good, right? If you're dedicated, you're good. If you have a strong why that is so important to you that nothing else matters on the planet but your success, you're definitely going to be good, because the rest of it's just information, right? The rest of it's just what you don't know. And you're proof in the pudding, man, because we actually, I believe we talked before on the phone too, right, Emilio?
Yep.
Yeah, man, and your why is absolutely amazing. Would you mind sharing that with everybody? Why'd you even do this, man? I mean, not many people are going to be as dedicated as you are to their success. So why did you do it? What was so driving for you that you had to make it to this point right now where we can actually celebrate together your success in closing your first deal at 10K?
Man, bro, that's a real good question. It's like, and I think I speak on behalf of a lot of people, when you hit rock bottom, there's no other place to go but up. And the best time to build is after the storm. And man, bro, I went through depression and anxiety and all this type of sadness because I didn't know. I was like, man, I'm a loser. I'm a bum. I can't do. I'm always failing. I can't do it. But then you reach this point, this breaking point that really makes you or breaks you at rock bottom. You're like, no, like, I have to, like for my family, for me, like for like Gohan and Dragon Ball Z just turning Super Saiyan, like I had to, like I was like, no, like I can't live like this. Like it was too dark. I was like, no, like, and just that whisper inside your soul that's telling you like you can do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for yourself, because you gotta love yourself before you love anyone else. And all you have in life is yourself. Like, life is about individuality. So you have to like really take good care of yourself. And when you do, like the outside, it's much a better place.
Right.
Now like with this deal coming in, it's like, I want to take out my family, and then it provides more motivation. And now like you are like a more elevated type of mindset person, and it's like you realize how beautiful life is and how beautifully and powerful we as humans are.
Yeah, that's right, brother. Listen, and just to speak to that Dragon Ball plan, man. You went Super Saiyan on it, bro. You came back Super Saiyan, bro. You went up a whole nother level.
Super Saiyan 2, bro.
Love it, man. Love it. For those of y'all who are Dragon Ball Z fans, come from that era. It's funny, man. You're 28. We're both 28. We're both the same age.
We are.
So you're probably familiar with like Toonami and all that, right?
The good old days.
Good old days. Listen, Emilio, it's been such a pleasure, man. It's been awesome rocking the stage with you here and just sharing your story. brother. I don't think we really talked too much about your backstory, man. But I want to give people the opportunity, though, just to see that this is real, that this is a real interview. They could check with you and actually reach out to you, brother. How can they reach you on IG? You on IG?
Absolutely. It's the world of Olaf. The underscore world underscore. Wait, the world. Yeah, the underscore world underscore of underscore Olaf. And Olaf is actually my middle name. It's crazy because I used to hate it when I was growing up. They're like, haha, Olaf. Now that Frozen came out, I'm like, yep, my name's Olaf. Yep. And on Facebook, Emilio Olaf Loza.
Dope, amazing, fantastic, brother. Completely outstanding. Again, man, my hat goes off to you for showing up for yourself, man, and showing everyone here that, you know, that they can really do this, man. I mean, you've done it. This is your first deal. There's more to come. I mean, now you share with us that you're literally attracting more to you, and this is exactly what happens after you close your first deal, and after you see that it's real, because your belief system is 1,000% behind it and attracts more opportunities to you. And so much success to you, brother. Let me know, man. Let me know if you want to continue, you know, going to the next level. We'll do it. You already know I got you. We'll get you there, brother. And until the next time, I hope we can check back in as well and make sure that we do another podcast interview after deal maybe 5 or 10, and then we get back in here and we talk about how you're growing, man, throughout this journey. I would love this. I'd love to check back in with you, brother.
Absolutely. I can't wait. We'll be speaking.
All righty. Again, guys, this is Luke Madeus. I hope that you've enjoyed this podcast. I hope that you've enjoyed the time that we spent here with my man, Emilio Olaf Loza. Go check him out on IG. All right. Check him out on IG. And much success to everybody here on your journey. Until next time, let's wholesale real estate. Au revoir.